tree falls. All the insurance companies.
Very pleased to hear that.
Use nets or dynamite?
It depends what time of the year. When I use the dynamite when I'm ice fishing, I get a little nervous. And you know, we do have some commercial fishermen that still go out on the ice. And there are a lot of the older guys. They hang on, they maintain their quotas because it's an art. It really is. No. If you are worried about the salt, you'll forget all about it when you see all the butter. I'll just distract you with that. Now, if you do come up to the kettle at all, what you would notice is a real heavy gray film starting to develop, and that's the oil rising from the fish coming up to the surface. At the end of the cooking process, we want to remove that heavy oil, and that's why we boil it over. To boil it over, I add 2 cups of fuel oil directly into the fire, increasing that temperature just enough, carrying that heavy gray film over the side. Keeps everything nice and mild. You can pull the meat from the bone. It's going to go one way or the other, so if it's on your plate, just peel it away and either go down with it or flip a piece over and then go down. It works fine that way.
And
just kind of be patient and you'll kind of see which way the bones are going.
Yeah. Are there condiments people use for fish boils, or do you kind of eat it pure and simple?
Very simple. Just your fork, and that's all you're gonna need. And
no sauces,
butter.
no nothing.
Little butter.
Okay.
That's it. Butter is. Some folks like tartar sauce. Tartar sauce is for fried food. It's like putting ketchup on a steak. It hurts my feelings. Little butter, or excuse me, a little lemon.
Okay.
Yep. And if you're a real big fish eater, I always get the butter on the side, just because then you do get the full flavor of the fish. And that's why I prefer boiling fish versus any other way, is because you do get the full flavor of whatever type of fish you are boiling, since it's not hidden by any of the fancy sauces and seasonings and breadings. And this style of cooking goes back well over 150 years. It just happened to be the Scandinavian settlers. And in general, the Scandinavians they're just not bland, but just kind of
simple.
Simple, yep.
How many people will that be?
I can serve all the way up to 100 servings out of one kettle.
Wow.
But with the size of the dining room, serving every 30 minutes, we really have to limit that quite a bit. And if you do come up to the kettle, you're going to notice that real heavy gray film all pushed to that one side. And that's, like I mentioned, that's why we boil it over, is to remove that. Yeah, check it out. Get some smoke in your clothes. You'll know where you're at tonight. He still owns the Viking. I took over this restaurant from Charlie Pelletier. This will be my 12th year here.
You Scandinavian?
I am. Swedish and Norwegian.
You know Ute, and you know what Ute is.
Yes, I do.
Ute's not getting back away from the fire quick enough.
I went, I used to go up to the Minot, the big Scandinavian festival up there every year. And that was a lot of fun. Did that with my dad for many years. And I would go around the Lutefisk tent.
Oh, it's not
I had to.
bad.
Oh, it's an acquired taste. Smell. Okay, yeah, definitely.
Go ahead. So, what, something first? How long do the potatoes take?
They're gonna take 30 minutes. So these here are gonna be for the 6:30 fish boil.
So the potatoes in that pot are, you do
For
those
6
first?
o'clock.
Because we walked in late. So
Yep.
what went in first?
Potatoes. So what'll take place is when I boil this over, I'll add 1 full bucket of water back into the kettle. I'll put the potatoes in. Within 2 minutes, that water will be back to a boil, and we're right on schedule for the next seating.
Ice and then the fish and the onions
Then the fish and then the onions.
at the end.
Potatoes or onions are going to boil for 15 minutes, and the fish take about 10.
Wow. Cool.
So we're going to boil this over in about 3 minutes. Time to boil this over. You may want to take just a couple steps back because it does get pretty warm. Boil over. Enjoy your fish boil.
I love it. That's too cool. I love all the circumstances. Ding, ding, ding. Boil over. Enjoy your fish boil.